Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you are a returning subscriber and viewer. So today what I did for you guys was this install that needed no customization. Okay, this was a wig from XrsBeautyHair. You guys know, or if you don't know, they have pre-plucked, pre-bleached wigs. All I did was install. So if you'd like to see how I achieved the install, all the steps that I took, keep on watching. So I'm going to take you guys through me doing my bald cap. The bald cap isn't necessary with this particular wig because it is pre-customized, but it just comes out a lot better and more salon-like when you do go ahead and go through with doing all the steps, including the bald cap. So I'm using my ebon lace spray in the red can. As you can see, I already cut around my ears for the cap to just fit better, and I'm just smoothing out this spray slightly but surely and thoroughly around my hairline and on my forehead. Now that that is mapped out, I'm going to go ahead and blow dry this and on a cool high setting. You see me over here jamming. That's how it be. Like, my playlist is too lit while I'm doing my hair. You guys have to have a playlist going when you're doing your hair. It just puts you in this mood like, yes, I'm going to get this shit done. It's going to be cute as fuck. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and cut off all this excess cap with these shears, these hair shears. It's way better to use shears rather than a razor or anything else like kitchen scissors or craft scissors, because the shears just give it a cleaner cut when you're cutting it off. You see how I'm doing it? It's coming off super duper clean. So the sides never really lay flat for me on the first time. So I'm taking my Ghost Bond XL glue, a little amount in the back of this razor to smooth it out and relay it. And then it's just going to basically dry on its own because I didn't use a lot of glue. And I'm going to tie the back of my wig cap and cut off the excess cap again so that my hair is secured. So now I'm taking my makeup brush and my Ruby Kisses RD15 cream foundation. Boom, here it is. So I'm going to be using that on my cap today to get it nice and bald. And I like to really cake it up. Okay, I like to really cake it up because then it just looks more like scalp once it's all said and done. So this is the hairline. I did not pluck this. I did not bleach it. It came straight like this, and it is clear lace. This is the inside construction of the wig. I put it on my wig head so you guys can see how it looked when I just hot combed it back. No product added. I just hot combed the hairline back as I would with any other install. So now I want to show you guys how I actually put makeup on my cap. Not on my cap, oh my gosh, on my lace, because I never show you guys, but I'm using the same cream foundation that I use for my cap, which is the RD15, and this is what it looks like once the lace is tinted. So the lace is a clear lace, so it doesn't really need to be tinted, but for the best results possible, especially if you are dark skinned like me, I recommend going ahead and using makeup. Or if you are not, you don't have to use a lot of makeup, but for me it just comes out a lot better when I still use makeup, even though this lace is really good quality. So I kind of surpassed me going through cutting off my ear tabs, but that part is pretty self-explanatory. But now I wanted to show you guys how the clear lace compares to transparent and medium brown lace. So right here, this is transparent lace. As you can see, it's pretty gray and it's not blending all the way with my skin. And then this is regular brown lace. This is the most brown and it's dark and it's not really meshing well with my skin while it's on my hand as it would on my hairline. But this right here, this new clear lace, this is how clear and seamless it looks on my skin. Watch when I turn it to the side, like it is invisible. That is how it's going to melt into your skin. Okay, this is the best lace on the market. Super thin, super clear, all that. So I'm taking my 70% rubbing alcohol in a napkin and I'm going to be just cleaning off my skin because you don't want that makeup or any extra oils or moisturizer or whatever on your skin to interfere with how the glue is going to dry, if it's going to stick at all. So I'm using my Ghost Bond XL glue and I'm just applying that around my cap As you guys can see, I usually do dots and I squiggle it around and stuff. I just place it on there, and I don't make sure to not use a lot. You do not need to use a lot of glue, bruh. You just need to do a lot of layers, not a lot of glue. So I'm just smoothing it out with my popsicle stick, smoothing that out exactly where I know where I want the lace to lay, if that makes sense. Like, I have the vision in my head of where this lace is going to go on my head, because remember, I had that lace forward on my head when I was cutting the ear tabs, and I was kind of paying attention on where it should go. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, and I'm going to be using 4 layers of this. You always want to make sure it's an even distribution of the glue on your hairline, and also smoothing it out really well and nice and flat on your hairline. You want to make sure it's smoothed out to the point where it dries nice and clear and like no white residue or anything. So now that that is done drying, by the way, I blow dried that on a cool high setting. Once that is done, as you can see now, I am putting the wig on my head and I'm pressing that lace in, making sure I really get a firm grip of this wig, because the lace is kind of big, so I'm really trying to press it in as the best that I can so that I don't get any wrinkles. And it worked pretty much. You just want to make sure also that you do the little string elastic pin at the back. I don't even know what that shit is called, but yeah, you know, the thing that straps at the back of the wig. So now I'm taking this comb that they sent me, how cute, and my blow dryer on a cool high setting again, and I'm just really making sure that the lace is melted while I am pushing the hairline back. This is what it looks like before I melt it, and now I'm going to go in with my melt belt and let that sit for maybe 10 minutes. So while it is melting, I'm going to be going ahead and making my part. I have to do a C curved part, and it's really just honestly what I prefer, but since it is 13x4 lace, I have to do a C curved part. So I'm just perfecting that for the most part, and then I'm going to go in with my heat protecting serum by Icy Fantasia. Well, it's serum oil basically, but yeah, I'm just going to smooth that through the hair, and I'm going to hot comb it to help it get flat. I'm gonna readjust y'all here so y'all can see how I really pluck. Okay, so this is the angle that I like to pluck out, you feel me, head all up in the mirror, trying to see exactly where I'm plucking it at. As you can see, this is in a real time, so this is how slow I'm going in real life. I'm just really making sure to pluck the hairs that I see that is making it not be a straight part. And you have to cut, I mean, oh my gosh, I can't talk. You have to comb out the hairs. You have to comb out the hairs as you do this, okay, so I can see the progress that you're making. It's the same rules that apply when you're actually plucking your hairline, you feel me, because you don't want a gappy part. So boom, this is melted. I was like, oh my god, look at that, it's giving scalp. Absolutely. So let's get into cutting off this lace. So I'm using this eyebrow razor, and I'm cutting in a zigzag motion, as you guys can see, y'all. Oh my gosh, if I could be rich off of saying as you guys can see, I would really be rich if I can make money off of that, because I'm always saying that shit. But nevertheless, as you can see, I'm using my razor, my eyebrow razor, to cut off this lace, zigzag motion, as I said. And yeah, the lace literally disappeared. Like, it was looking so good, it was looking so natural. And to think that I did no customization, like they sent this wig like this, like if I could have it this way all the time and just excuse all that extra work, I definitely would. Like, don't sleep on XRS Beauty Hair, because you don't have to do any work. You just have to know how to install the wig, you feel me, do the baby hairs. That's the main focus. It's not the customization, which is a very hard part, and just can be hard in general to do when you don't really know what you're doing. So if you don't know what you're doing and you don't care to learn, but you still want to wear a wig and install it yourself, definitely go for XRS Beauty Hair. But I'm just touching up the places that were not laid down all the way, using a little bit of that glue, the same popsicle stick, and then blow drying it on the same setting, high cool, to ensure that this is really melted down. It's the scalp for me already. Like, are you kidding me? It's giving fresh blowout, okay? Fresh blowout. But yeah, now it is time to carve out these baby hairs, map these babies out. So I was going for like a swoop. Y'all know when I do side parts, I love to swoop the baby hair into the actual hair, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm mapping these out. I wanted them to be thin but still thick at the same time, which that'll make sense later. But once they are pulled out and I have an idea of where I want them to be, I'm going to hot comb them to ensure that they are laying flat before I re-tie this lace down to ensure an extreme melt. You feel me? It's melted right now, but after we go in with that second part of that elastic band, it's going to be so melted. I'm using some more of my cream foundation and I'm just tapping that onto the lace before I melt it again, just so it can really, you know, give the scalp to the best ability that it can. You feel me? But I'm using my finger on with my green Fantasia Hold Spritz spray because it is out, so I had to pour it on my finger, which, you know, it didn't bother me at all, for real. Like, it was just massaging it into the lace. You feel me? A little bit more hands-on action. But yeah, now I'm tying this up and we're going to get into styling this hair. So I didn't apply any heat serum to the hair because I've noticed with my wigs lately, like the heat serum that I use, which is the Icy Fantasia one, it just has been making my hair all greasy like 4 days later. And I'm like, well, what the hell is going on? So I just stopped using oil sheen and hairspray and I just did the curls, you feel me, in its natural state, which this hair wasn't washed or anything because it was fresh out the pack, because, you know, we did not bleach it or pluck it. So this was fresh out the pack curls. I didn't blow dry it or anything. This was like just boom, straight out. I combed it out, but I'm not the best at doing curls at all. So this is definitely not a tutorial on how to do flat iron curls because I barely can do them myself. But yeah, I just did the best that I could and it didn't really matter. It doesn't bother me that I don't know how to do curls for real because I like the messy look anyway. So whatever I do, once it's combed out and I have it shaped and with layers, it looks good. So yeah, that's the tea on that. So y'all can just watch me curl these little couple curls real quick. So let's get it into these baby hairs. Now that that is done, I'm going to go ahead and shave these off. Now, the way that I placed this wig on my head, my baby hairs was closer to my eyebrows than usual, but it all worked out really cute, so I'm not tripping. But I was at first, I'm like, well, how the fuck I'm about to do these baby hairs? But I'm curling them now with my Kiss flat iron, the Kiss pencil flat iron, in half inch. Half inch. I got it from my local beauty supply store, but yeah, the brand is Kiss. So yeah, I'm curling them under. I'm curling all of them under because of the way that I wanted to swoop the baby hairs. I curled under this time. But yes, I'm using my Got to Be glue gel and the comb side of the edge brush. I'm just going to be swooping these and really perfecting it as I go. Really trying to train the hairs to go into the hair, if that makes sense. Trying to train the baby hairs to go into the hair. So it went with a lot of tweaking and fixing. Like, that was my first little try. Then I did it again after I cut the baby hairs down some more. It's really just something you have to play with. Like, you have to play with baby hairs in order to perfect them and to get them the way that you want them to be. So I was having a hard time molding the baby hair, so I took some Tresemme holding spray and I basically sprayed a little bit onto the hair with the Got to Be glue gel already on it, just to give it a stronger hold to really just mesh and to stay the fuck down. And then I'm going back and forth with the Got to Be glue gel too, to really ensure that it looks like, you feel me, some fresh ass laid baby hairs. Excuse my profanity, but that's just how I am. That's how I talk. I'm cussing a lot in this video, but nevertheless, I'm blow drying this now to make sure that it's hard, but not, you know, crunchy hard, but hard into the sense of it's laid down and it's not going to move. So yeah, that's what I had to do on that side. It eventually came together really cute, but I was struggling for a minute. But onto the sideburns. Sideburns are pretty easy for me. I like to swoop the end, you know, give that little curly look to it, and I'm just going to repeat the same thing on the other side, which was easier on this side because it didn't have any parts. But yeah, that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to finish off these baby hairs. All right, so these curls, I decided to shake my head to give it a nice natural look, and then I kept the shape with them by using a wide tooth comb and just kind of, you know what I'm saying, twirling the curls into each other, if that makes sense, before I go ahead and start to make these layers. I'm not a pro at doing layers at all, so all I know is when I do layers, I know what kind of shape I'm going for. Like, I always look at a inspiration picture or something of this sort, and I know exactly how I want my curls to look, how I want it to lay and fall and stuff. I knew I wanted to have a bang and for it to be shorter in the front. So yeah, I'm just cutting it all the way around, cutting downwards and going in and just tweaking it all the way around. I pretty much have the shape that I was going for, so I'm just going to recurl my bang. It's nice to curl the way that I'm curling, like under, instead of curling, going towards the back, because when you do that, it kind of takes away from the bang. Like, I always had a hard time when I used to curl away from my face when it came to my bang for it to like stay put. But when you curl it towards your face, it looks so pretty. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I started doing this and I found that trick. But yeah, so I'm just forming my bang. Then I'm going to take some heat serum to kind of soften up this hair a little bit, and I'm going to go in and hot comb again. Now I'm going to take my RD11 Ruby Kisses Cream Foundation in this small makeup brush that is skinny and kind of has a tip to it, and pat the concealer into the part really smooth and nicely. and curving it a little bit to give it that natural look. Then I'm taking this quick fix mascara type hair thing I got from the hair store a long ass time ago, so I don't even think this exists anymore. But yeah, I just touched it up so it can look more natural and clean, a nice clean part. And this is the final result. I loved how these baby hairs came out. They looked so freaking good. And this lace, where in the hell is it? I don't see it. The hair is looking bouncy, it's giving natural. I overall loved this wig. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to check the description box for the information on this hair, and I'll see you guys in my next one.